Hello, c'est moi. Today we are doing this, guys. Yes, film listography, and today's list is, that's the example. It's favourite movie moments, best movie moments of all time. The example we have is frogs raining from the sky in Magnolia. I don't like Magnolia. I should like it because I love Tom Cruise and Tom Cruise has got long hair in it. What's not to like? But I found it so pretentious and arty-farty. Maybe I need to watch it again. I only watched it once, didn't like it, never re-watched it. Think he looks damn fine in it, but anyway, I can't tell you what frogs raining from the sky is all about, unfortunately. So, I am sure, as with every list I do, there are moments I will not list here that are favourite movie moments. I'm not one of these people that think about something for quite some time and then write it down. I'm someone that thinks, right, I've got a spare half hour, let's bang out 10 favourite movie moments and then afterwards I'll think of loads more. So I'm going to give you some honourable mentions without going into detail about them first of all. So E.T., the bike in front of the moon, King Kong original Empire State Building, planes flying around, Singing in the Rain, the dancing scene, Spartacus, I'm Spartacus if you're old enough. The first time we saw the dinosaurs in Jurassic Park, that obviously came on my list of special effects that blew my mind. First time I saw those dinosaurs, I was blown away. Fight Club, when we find out the twist, which I wasn't aware of. I didn't realise when we found out what's the crack at the end of it. One that no one really likes apart from me, the feet washing scene in Amy Foster is my favourite romantic moment of all time in any movie ever. And the little known Empire Records, which is about a group of like teenagers, young adults that work in a record store, which reminded me a lot of my time in Blockbuster. There's a scene where they play AC/DC, If You Want Blood, You've Got It. The manager's drumming, it goes all through the shop showing what everyone's doing, and it's just a real feel-good, cheesy 90s moment of nostalgia for me that takes me right back to my days at Blockbuster. So that is my honourable mentions, my top 10. Now these are not in order, guys, so they're just as they occur to me. So number 10 is the opening beach scene from Saving Private Ryan, which also made my special effects that blew my mind. What can I say, guys? I don't need to go into detail about that scene. It's just jaw-dropping. It just rendered the entire audience in the screening of this silent. Even though you couldn't believe how good the effects were, knowing that it's true and knowing that this happened just instilled complete silence in me. Number 9 is the ending of the first Saw movie when we realise what the twist at the end is. I'm going to try not to spoil stuff here, guys, but if you're a movie fan and haven't seen some of these, you need something. I don't know. You need sitting down in front of a TV and bloody DVD putting in Blu-ray, 4K, whatever your preference. So the ending of Saw, when the big twist is revealed, gave me an actual physical sensation through my body, and every time I hear the Saw music I get that feeling. I love it. Number 8 is Indiana Jones Raiders of the Lost Ark. It is that very famous scene with the Ark, with everything kicking off and the face melting near the end. Now obviously by today's standards those special effects aren't anything to write home about, but back then, when I was a kid, that was terrifying. Absolutely loved it. It gives me this warm fuzzy feeling, even though it was scary at the time, of movies that I remember watching when I was really young. And just that sort of nostalgic Saturday night with your family in front of the TV. Other movies that give me that feeling are like Poltergeist, Back to the Future, Aliens. Yes, I had a very good upbringing with regards to films. Number 7 is the end scene of the original Planet of the Apes when Charlton Heston is screaming, "Damn you all to hell." Again, kind of a twist. You'll get the fact I love the whole twisty thing when he realises where he is at the end. Obviously, again, I'm not going to say, in case some people may not have watched the original Planet of the Apes, there's a cracking twist at the end of it. If you haven't seen it, tolerate the old movie for the twist at the end. I love it. Number 6 is the hobbling scene in Misery. One of my favourite films of all time. Kathy Bates is one of my 2 favourite actresses, the other being Jodie Foster. Now the hobbling scene I mentioned because it's the one everyone remembers, but it's not actually my personal favourite scene from Misery. Mine is when he's trying to get back into the bed when Annie Wilkes is coming back, and he puts the penguin the wrong way round on the table. It drops, he catches it. She's got a little ceramic penguin, and he puts it the wrong way round on the table. You're like, even though I know what happens, every time I watch it, I have that tense, oh my god, she's going to get back, she's going to catch him. I love everything about it. It's probably my favourite movie of all time. I love the culmination at the end with him and the typewriter in her head. It's just fabulous. I think it's a perfect film. So pretty much any of Misery could go there. The bit where she's looking out the window and it's raining, and we get this really long monologue, and she said, the rain, sometimes it gives me the blues. It's just chef's kiss. Number 5 is the infamous Here's Johnny from The Shining. Again, so much of that movie. When he's generally chasing her with the axe, the part where he's like, we see him frozen in the garden, just the acting by, and I'm sorry, Wendy, the character name's Wendy, oh Jesus. Anyway, the acting by his wife in that movie is just astounding. I think she quite often gets overlooked, and everyone talks about Jack Nicholson, one of my 2 favourite actors, the other being Anthony Hopkins. It's just fabulous. The Shining is just an incredible movie. There are so many bits after it, but the manic scene with him and her and the axe just generally, but Here's Johnny's obviously iconic. Number 4 is Unbreakable, and it is a monologue by Samuel L. Jackson as Mr. Glass, when he talks about, now that we know who you are, I know who I am, I'm not a mistake, they call me Mr. Glass. Probably one of my favourite monologues from any movie. Again, the music's building in the background, that unmistakable music, and it just sends a shiver straight through my body. I love it. Number 3 is Seven. Again, it's a movie that I love most of, but it's the infamous What's in the Box, beloved by YouTubers doing unboxings. Obviously, initially, I'm going to be honest here, and most people don't admit this, I'm going to be really honest initially and say I was wrong about what was in the box, because if I remember rightly, and it's been a long time since I've seen Seven, she was pregnant, wasn't she? That's what I thought was in the box. Obviously that's not what was in the box, but either way, either of those things would be a bit gnarly, wouldn't they? So What's in the Box, Seven, is my number 3. My number 2 is Kaiser Sose in The Usual Suspects. The whole way through The Usual Suspects, fabulous movie. There's the bad guy called Kaiser Sose, and we're trying to find out who that is. And we find out who Kaiser Sose is near the end of the movie. And the way it's done and the way it's revealed, again, it's one of those things. It's the reveal, it's the twist that gets me every time, because when you look at this, What's in the Box, Kaiser Sose, the Damn You All to Hell, the Saw ending, it's always the twisty endings, it's always the shock, the surprise that just does me in every time. So yeah, the reveal of Kaiser Sose and how that's done, and the corrected walk, is the new way I'll put it, fabulous. My number 1, when you say to me best movie moments of all time, one movie comes to my mind every time, because it was such a shock for me. Again, maybe I was younger, and maybe if I watched it when I was a bit older, I would have worked out what was happening. But it's the poster scene from Shawshank Redemption. A lot of people pick the scene that's on the poster where he's outside and it's raining, because obviously, you know, I'm sure you've all seen Shawshank, I don't want to give anything away, but that raining scene, that sort of like jubilant scene, is the one most people pick. For me, it's the reveal with the poster, and we go into the thing about the book, and it reveals everything that's happened up to that point to lead to the reveal of the poster. I'm being really vague on purpose, because some little part of me says there'll be some person somewhere that hasn't seen Shawshank, through no fault of their own. They're maybe like really young. I don't want to spoil that scene for anyone. So yeah, Shawshank Redemption poster scene is my number 1, guys. Thank you so much for watching. As always, feel free to do the list if you so desire. I will be back with another one at some stage. I don't know which one yet. I look at it and I'm like, I never know which one. Like, list your favourite movie pitch ideas. I can't see me ever doing that one because I don't have the imagination. I'm really chuffed by the one they picked for this. So it's list musicals or music related films you want in your ultimate collection, and they've actually chosen Hedwig and the Angry Inch. I'm shocked. That's one of my favourite musicals. It's amazing. It's been done by many people, including Michael C. Hall, who plays Dexter, and it's fabulous, but it's very rarely talked about. So yeah, I might do that one next. So thank you for watching, guys. I shall be finally filling in my what I watched in June, and then that'll do me for today. Thank you so much for watching. Over and out from Lisa Lives.